What if we've been thinking about the future of learning all wrong? What if it's not about memorizing more facts, but about getting way, way better at asking the right questions? Today, we're going to dive into how AI is shifting from being just a tool that finds answers to a full-on partner in the art of discovery itself. Right, so the rules of the game are completely changing. For ever, learning has been about collecting facts, the what. But now, with AI, the what is right at our fingertips, instantly. The real challenge, and honestly, the real opportunity, is for us to become method detectives, to understand the how behind every single big idea. Okay, so if we're all going to be these method detectives, where do we even start? Well, you need the right tools, right? And that's where AI's first big function comes in. Think of it as your personal, on-demand expert who works 24/7. And here's the massive problem it solves. Imagine you're a detective, but your crime scene is literally 100 years of scientific research. The clues you need are buried in thousands of dense, dusty journals, written in a dozen different languages. For a person, that's not just a needle in a haystack problem, it's a nightmare. For AI, though, it's basically a walk in the park. And these new AI tools, they go incredibly deep. They don't just skim for keywords like a search engine. No, they read. They understand, and they connect the dots from entire bodies of work, from old textbooks to brand new research papers. And get this, they do it all in your language and cite every single source so you can check the work. It's like having an entire team of research historians on speed dial. So this is what the new workflow actually looks like. You ask a really tough, complex question. The AI does all the heavy lifting, digging through decades of research, and what you get back is a clear, easy-to-read summary of how a whole method has evolved over time. This frees you up to do what we humans do best: think, ask even better questions, and create something new. So AI is amazing at helping us understand the past, but what about creating the future? Well, that brings us to AI's second big function, acting as your strategic partner and coming up with the next big thing. And this is a huge deal because it addresses a silent killer of scientific progress, reinventing the wheel. With millions of research papers published every single year, the odds of someone accidentally rediscovering something that's already been done are just alarmingly high. This isn't just wasted time, it's a massive drag on the whole engine of innovation. And here is the absolutely elegant solution. Before you spend a single dollar or even an hour in the lab, you can pitch your big idea to an AI. And in minutes, literally minutes, it'll scan the entire global library of research and tell you if you're actually breaking new ground or just walking down a path someone else already paved. This is a game changer for efficiency and true innovation. But wait, there's more. AI can also act as this brilliant matchmaker, connecting the dots between real-world problems and academic research. Imagine an AI analyzing the maintenance logs from a power plant and then suggesting the perfect, genuinely novel research project for a university student. This is how you build a real bridge between pure theory and practical application. All right, we've seen AI as a guide to the past and a partner for the future. But what if AI could also build the very tools we need to get there? That's its third function, and maybe its most revolutionary: AI as a master tool builder. I want you to just think back to your own science classes for a second. Remember all those complex, abstract concepts you learned in lectures? And then remember how few of them you actually got to try out for yourself in the lab? That is the classic gap between knowing something and doing something, and it's a huge barrier to really understanding it. This is where a famous quote from Steve Jobs just hits the nail on the head. He said, "A computer should be a bicycle for our minds." And that's exactly what AI can become. It can build the tools that amplify our own intelligence, helping us go further, faster than we ever could on our own. So what does this bicycle for the mind actually look like? Well, imagine an AI creating interactive simulators and personalized learning tools for you on the fly. Virtual labs where you can safely mess around with complex, even dangerous, reactions. Or custom software that helps you make sense of all the raw data you're collecting. This is how we close that gap between theory and practice, and it's going to unlock a whole new era of hands-on learning. So what happens when you combine these three incredible functions, the historian, the strategist, and the engineer? You get a completely new way of working, a brand new model for discovery. You get what we can start calling the intelligence department. Look, this isn't about humans versus machines, not at all. It's about humans with machines. The intelligence department is a model where our unique human creativity, our intuition, gets supercharged by AI's incredible power. It's a partnership that's going to let us push the boundaries of knowledge further and faster than we ever thought possible. And this chart, it just says it all, doesn't it? Your AI partner is your historian, your strategist, and your engineer all rolled into one. It's a complete support system for your curiosity, and it's a powerful engine for discovery. And that really brings us to the final and most important question. For centuries, the real power of discovery has been in the hands of a pretty select few. What happens when we put that power, that potential, in the hands of everyone? What new frontiers will we explore when every single curious mind has its own personal intelligence department? The future isn't just coming, we're building it right now.